Hey there, Libra. It's Chronic Joy Tarot. We are doing your July reading for July 2017. I'm using the Ascended Masters deck for the one oracle card that I pulled, and that's going to give us our theme, what to focus on here. And then for the rest of the reading, we're using the Osho Zen Tarot deck. That will give us a more extended viewpoint on the subject, okay? This is for the early part of July, the first couple of or 3 weeks of July. I'll do a mid-month update as the month goes on. But for now, let's see what to focus on. Oh, look at that, Libra, the power of joy. I pulled this for another card, for another sign, and that reading came out in its own way. Let me just say that. It wasn't as straightforward as, oh, life is joyful, let's find our joy. There were some hurdles and roadblocks, but let's see what it means for you, Libra, okay? So your starting point, where you're kind of starting off this month. Oh boy. Schizophrenia. No, Libra, you're not crazy. But you may feel very indecisive or very a sense of confusion about how to proceed. Maybe you have a big decision to make. Maybe you've made a decision, but you don't know what steps to take in reaching that outcome. This figure here is caught between these crevices or these cliffs, hanging on by toes, hanging on by fingers, and can't decide. Let go of my hands and I go tumbling down. Let go of my feet and I go tumbling down. And it's making this person feel a little bit stuck. So if you feel stuck between that sort of rock and a hard place kind of a feeling, really what you're guided to do is to let it go and free fall and just make one decision. And then if that one doesn't work out, make another. But being indecisive and staying stuck isn't gonna bring you forward. It's only gonna create more stress for you. And yeah, so the card in this position is what would stop your progress, and I pulled suppression, which is another form of holding back from your path. This kind of tells me, sometimes this tells me holding in your emotions from others. But in this spot here today, I'm saying that this is nothing to do with anyone else or you holding back from anyone else. This is all to do with you, between you. And you can't make this decision, or you feel that you can't make this decision, and so it's holding you in place. It's keeping you bound up, locked up. You're guided to find that joy again, to tap into your inner joy, whatever that means for you. And trust me when I say, even with these energies of indecisiveness and feeling really bogged down spiritually, joy is to be found everywhere. So what we're going to find is how you can, turn your cheek and turn your face in a different direction to look for that joy. Okay? These two cards feel like where you're kind of starting out, or maybe you just came out of this heavier energy and you're ready to go forward. You're ready to break free of it and go forward in July. Yep, look at that. To talk about breaking free, you are ready for a breakthrough. You're ready. This figure is, see how the center, that third chakra, the power center of this person is lit up and exploding. So you're guided really to, first of all, find your joy. And when I say that, I don't mean, if you've been in this energy, feeling a little heavy, feeling a little stuck, unsure of where to go next, you're not going to wake up tomorrow and say, oh, I'm so full of joy now, everything's great. I'm not saying that. But there are sources of joy. Even in these dark spaces, there's sources of joy. And if you can train yourself to sort of recognize the sources of joy and then milk it a little bit longer than you normally would. So for instance, if you have a job that you really love and you know, you still have this thing going on. Maybe this is happening at home or in a relationship, or maybe it's a goal that you're not reaching, you know, this heaviness that has you stuck. But you love your job, you love going to work. Find, you know, milk it. Go into work and connect with your coworkers and laugh and have fun, and, you know, maybe go out after work an extra day, you know, a couple extra days a week, and really connect, and let that energy of what makes you feel good, just let that in a little bit longer, you know. And I'm thinking that within the next week or so, if you can, you know, train yourself, you know, go out into nature, look for that joy. If you have kids that bring you joy when they're laughing and giggling and playing, watch them longer, you know, just stare at their joy. Watch that. Let it seep into your experience more. And I feel like after, you know, 5 days to a week of really trying to turn your focus into the joyful things, you will have that breakthrough. And then this decision won't seem as heavy, and you'll be like, oh, screw it, you know, I'll make a decision, and if it doesn't feel so good after I've made it in a week or so, I'll make another one. But movement is what's important here. That breakthrough is what's important, and it will come by tapping into your joy. Okay? So as the next couple weeks progresses on, oh yeah, this is okay, yeah, good. So breakthrough is possible, but if you hold yourself back, this one reminds me of the suppression card. These two are kind of the same to me, except this one is more, in this reading, this one reminds me more that you're holding yourself back from getting where you want to go. You're doing it to yourself. This is saying that you're holding yourself back from others as well. So, and the left side of this reading are internal energies, or, you know, the more hidden energies that are going on between you, and no one else really, you're not really expressing them outward. The right side of the reading are outward energies. So definitely you're holding back, you're holding in. If you just show a little bit of emotion, show who you are and let that out. See how the tears on this figure are going to melt that ice? Because that's the only way to emerge from that more of a stuck place. The only way is to find your joy, be that joy, be yourself, show who you are, and then it will bring about change. Then this change will show up in your outer life. Okay? So sometimes this change card is read as, oh, I fear the change, I don't want it. But I really feel, Libra, that you are seeking that change. You want it. You want to be out of this indecisive, oh, when am I going to go forward? How do I go forward? Energy. And that change and the breakthrough is on its way to you. If you, first of all, stop focusing on, oh, I'm not getting there, I'm not getting there, I'm not getting there, and just take your mind off it for a minute and tap into things that are bringing you pleasure, things that you can appreciate in your life. And I think that'll sort of break that ice, literally, and propel you forward and bring about that change. Yeah. This is another big change card. So this is, in traditional tarot, this is like the Tower card. But for this is the Thunderbolt. And I read this card in this reading especially as releasing things that don't serve you anymore. Shedding those things from your life that are not serving you. Because if they're not bringing you joy, what are you hanging on to it for? Like, why be in these lower, colder energies? What's the use, right? Let it out. Find the joy, find the fun stuff, get rid of the shit that doesn't serve you, get rid of it. It doesn't help, right? It's not doing anything for you. And then the final card I pulled here for the insight on the whole reading is the card of the Lovers. So, couple ways to read this now that I've seen the apex of the reading. Either you're having some issues in your relationship that aren't resolving themselves, and the only way to make the breakthrough and have the change that you're seeking is to go ahead and find things to be grateful for. You've heard so many times about keeping a gratitude journal, you know, appreciating the things that are positive in your life and not worrying about the other things, and really just like the law of attraction, focusing on the good, focusing on the good. So if that's what's happening, you're feeling stuck in this relationship or this connection with another person, the way to get to that good feeling space again is to seek the joy. And I'm not saying that other person has to bring you the joy. Seek that joy within yourself, within your own life, wherever it falls, you know, on your path. And then another way to read this is that by releasing some of these heavier, colder, suppressive energies, shedding the things that don't serve you within, this is inner work, then the changes are going to show up, breakthrough, change, and you come to a more compassionate way of being. Because the Lovers also tells me that the highest form of love is compassion. Is the ability to have compassion for yourself, mainly. Maybe this energy and this stuck space has been with you way too long, and you want to sort of beat yourself up over it, and that's not the way to go. It's definitely to forgive yourself, have compassion for yourself, and that will also allow others to sort of, you know, embrace the changes that you're going through and kind of help you through it. Okay, so Libra, there's a couple ways this month can go, and I think if you can clear some of these internal energies that have been holding you back and keeping you from your goal or from the outcome you're seeking, if you can clear them, shed them, and really make some power moves here to change the course of your life and actually change the way you see things with more joy. Even though, you know, thinking about the lack of shifts in this lower energy doesn't bring you joy, then ignore it. Ignore this for a minute and just find the joyful things. You know, go out into nature and just stand there for, you know, a half an hour. Watch everything that happens around you. Watch the birds, watch the breeze fly through. If you live by the beach, watch those waves coming and continually crashing on the shore. Be in nature. If you're near a forest, lie down on that ground and take in the earth and look up at the sky and look through the trees. I mean, there are always sources of joy around us. We're just choosing sometimes not to focus on them. And right now, Libra, you are definitely guided to focus on the good. It will move you forward. It will. Okay? I'll check back with you in a couple weeks and give you a mid-month update. And until then, good luck, Libra. Leave me your comments. Share and like and subscribe and do what you can to, you know, stay connected to my channel. Leave me comments if this resonates for you. I'd be interested to know. And if it doesn't, then it might soon, or this could be something that you just experienced, or being that this is a general reading, it may not relate to you at all. So if it doesn't, check on your moon sign on my channel and your rising sign as well, because those might resonate with you this month. Okay, take good care. Talk to you soon.